welcome back to the installation show. So, 3 trips to town, and we got some supplies. 2 pallets of insulation, plus some loose bats of insulation, some 2x4 studs for the walls, 2x4s for top and bottom plate, 2x8 for the header, some mortar mix for our brickwork, and in that box is our radiant barrier. We still have to get some plywood, and we're going to try to get this wall here is going to end up being about 13 feet long, so we're going to aim for 3 2x4s that are 16 feet long so we don't have to cut them. And then rigid foam, that's what else we need. This is where it gets confusing. I will see if I can explain this, at least what we're trying to do. Fact. So this is our eave. This is called a heel joint, based on what I learned last night. If that's wrong, sorry, don't blame me. This attic has a eave vent periodically. Eventually we want to do the whole thing as an eave vent, which means this cavity here between these joists, rafters, I don't know the right word, but this is going to be airflow all the way up. So we're going to apply radiant barrier here, and then radiant barrier will stop right here. So we need to fill this void here with something. So we're going to tack up a piece of wood so we can attach, just like on this side, attach some solid foam, the rigid foam. Now the problem is, and you can see here, if we do 1-inch foam, it ends there. This span is going to be insulation. This is our 2x6 rafter, ceiling joist, whatever you want to call it. So here we're good, but then as soon as we squish fiberglass, it doesn't work very well. It works, but not as good as it should. So we can't shove it all the way in because that would block our airflow. So really the best we can do is shove it up against this rigid foam. Now we thought about going with 2-inch versus 1-inch, but we don't get that much of an improvement on R value. And I think what we're going to try to do is get as much insulation, not squished, as close to the end of this outside wall as we can. And then, yeah, over there where we've got electric, we'll have to do something to make a hole for it. So that's the conundrum all the way across, and it's irritating to say the least, but we'll do the best we can, because what else are you going to do, right? But we got our exterior wall insulation, our interior wall insulation, really more soundproofing than insulation, our first layer of attic insulation that's going to go, like I said, in this rafter bay, and then perpendicular we have more insulation. So at the end, in the attic, we'll have R19 plus R30, so we'll be in an R49. For those that are curious, we're zone 4A, where I think Department of Energy or whoever says, oh, you should have R60, but we're going to do what we can with R49. I think we'll be okay. We have 49 in our house. totally tell the difference, not only in the feel, but energy bills. Exterior wall, like we're stuck with R13. There's not much you can do with a 2x4 wall. And then interior wall, we're going to do the Roxel sound barrier. We did that in our house in the basement. Trust me, anytime you open an interior wall, put rock wool in. Mold resistant, fire resistant, soundproof. Trust me, I can have a TV, a radio, and an office, and nobody disturbs anybody. And the laundry going at the same time. We also did it upstairs in our bathroom. So, you know, you can't hear anybody going to the bathroom. And yeah, so the radiant barrier is going to act as our baffle. You can see over here we have some old cardboard baffles that are holding on okay. Remarkable. We'll replace that with the radiant barrier, which is going to go up 4 feet, which is a pretty good distance, longer than that. And it also acts as a radiant barrier. So, I mean, not really a whole lot of R value, I would say, but because it is just thin, plasticky, shiny, air bubbles. Anyway, I'm hot, I'm tired. We just spent 6.5 hours going back and forth to town 3 times with all this insulation. Oh, we also got a fancy Pro spray foam. Yeah, I'm not getting all my words, so we'll see you later.